No Man's Sky's Endurance update has just dropped, and among a multitude of changes, freighters have gained an amazing new makeover. The first thing you'll notice as you board your freighter is that the hangar has been renovated. It looks a lot more interesting now and generally more badass. Windows in the hangar doors, supports and such everywhere, even NPCs, and while the stairs remain, there are now 2 teleporters in the central supports that take you directly to the bridge. The bridge itself hasn't changed a whole lot. The changes are almost entirely the side doors which now lead to the hangar via the hangar stairs, the 2 teleporters which go to the hangar, and the stairs going to your base has green lights to differentiate it from the side doors and help you not get turned around. Accessing the upgrade terminal on the bridge, you'll now be able to buy one more technology item from the tech upgrade screen, the Interstellar Scanner. This is essentially an economy scanner for your freighter that will allow you to see economy data of systems you are travelling to when warping in your freighter. This was previously an option, except it used the economy scanner and conflict scanner of the ship you had focused if it had one. This change is a little more neat as far as realism in functionality. Moving to the next screen, you can purchase all of the new room blueprints for the freighter. Epically, these are all a single frigate module and not crazy high prices. If you had all possible blueprints before this upgrade, you'll need a further 20 frigate modules to get these new ones and the scanner tech. If you need frigate modules, be sure to check out my recent guide on the best ways to get them. The fleet terminal has also gained a fantastic new feature, which is that you can select and teleport to each individual frigate you have in your fleet, making repairs and such far easier and more convenient than before. There is also a teleporter on the frigate's landing pad that will allow you to go straight back to the bridge. This is a really nice touch. Next we can check out the built-in storage for the freighter, as yes, freighters have been given cargo slots. I don't know yet the maximum amount, as I only had 2 spare bulkheads on my normal mode save, but I was able to upgrade C class to 24 cargo slots, so it could potentially go to the full 48S. This change is fantastic, as I'm often in need of some basic bulk storage, and frigate expeditions are rarely unlocked as my main freighter storage is always full. The freighter base has had by far the biggest change. Your old freighter base will still be there for you to use, but half of the legacy parts have been changed. I can't say whether a new save will have access to these 7 legacy freighter rooms, but if you had those rooms before, you will still have those 7 to use. The first section on the build menu is connecting and generic parts. These are the standard corridor, a windowed corridor. Yes, they've added windows for freighters now. A window part that can be applied to add a window to any room, whether it's on the wall or just in the centre of the room to add a partition. A door which can be used both inside to partition rooms as well as a way to open up the outside. There's also a ladder, a large platform with no walls or roof, just barriers, and a catwalk which is the same as a platform, just thinner. The biggest change you'll see here is that you can now see and access space from your freighter base. This not only opens up something that was only available to glitch builders before, but adds parts that make it so natural and cool. Another huge change that was required to make this work is that previously only the inside of the graphics were textured, as it wasn't intended that you would see from outside. This made glitch building tricky and limited for windows and other such things, while now all of the parts have double-sided textures and the freighter itself has a roof over the hangar and more. This is such a cool update even just for that. The ladders allow you to build upward but only connect to and from the corridor and platform pieces found in the generic tab, so the ladder won't properly connect to everything, but they are very usable. The other new freighter base rooms have 3 different styles and can be mixed and matched to your tastes. The first is technology themed. All of the themes have an expansion room that fits the theme, but does nothing for connecting your purpose rooms and such. Out of the special rooms, first is the new Fleet Command room, which just looks epic now. Next is the scanner room. This is the new room that will scan the whole star system you are in and add the basic planetary info including weather for each planet and moon to your discoveries. This is a really cool addition that means you no longer have to land on each planet purely to see if it's stormless or more. After that is the teleport chamber, which is just a room for your teleporter. There is no loose teleporter option, so this appears to be the only way to build it, though oddly there's no cap on it. You can currently build more than one. That may change later, though really I don't see why it would need to. They just usually cap it to 1. Another big change with the teleporter is that you can now finally teleport to your freighter from elsewhere. This is a pretty huge deal. It's been asked for so many times and they made it happen, which is fantastic. After that is the appearance modifier, as before this is static to the room, nothing else different other than the general appearance and being room locked. Then we have the Galactic Trade Terminal room, which is the same except it looks very different and much cooler now, a complete freighter unique version. There is also no way of building these separately, only through this room, on freighters anyway. Also, for some reason there's currently a visual glitch where it's offset from the centre, but I'm sure they'll fix that. And lastly, for the tech theme, there are the Construction Terminal room for your Overseer NPC and the Science room for your Scientist. The next theme is probably the most visually epic. It's the agricultural theme. Hello Games no doubt saw how many players were using their freighters for farming that they went all out on this new theme. These rooms have shelves with plants growing from them, draping over the sides, glass walls overgrown with leaves and flowers, and also with the roof. This actually gives me big Fallout vibes with the one vault that was taken over by mutant plants. It is exceptionally cool, but also has some great unique rooms. First of course is the generic expansion room, which even that looks epic. Then there's the cultivation chamber, which is the generic room but with 2 crop plots in the floor. Then the bigger version, the double cultivation chamber, which has 4 crop plots in the floor and a visible water feature kind of under the mesh thing. These plots of course do not need to be charged in any way, just plant and the crops will grow. Next is the nutrition room, which is a way to place a nutrient processor. This room just has one in the middle. I theorise this is for the storage. Having one per room like this forces distance between them. Them being too close is what I think causes the loss issues and of course the duping exploits. And the last room for this theme is the Agricultural Specialist room for your gardening NPC. As with all the themes, you can massively customise these with doors and windows to partition and change walls. The customisation this update brings to freighter bases is unreal. The last theme is the Industrial theme. This brings a real engine room look to the whole thing. After the basic expansion room, the first unique is the refiner room, and this isn't just a refiner attached to the floor in the centre. This is a complete new refined design that suits freighter interiors so perfectly. Functionality wise it's just a large refiner, but looks wise it's an epic futuristic piece of magic you'd expect in any good sci-fi show. I really like the look of this one and the atmosphere it gives a room. Next is the Stellar Extraction room, a really cool and new machine that automatically harvests one of 4 different materials based on the stellar class of the system you are in, which are chromatic metal, sulfurine, nitrogen and radon. So whether you're in a yellow, red, green or blue system will determine which of these the machine will harvest, allowing you to build vast chambers of these and park your freighter in a system with the desired spectral class and farm that gas. This also means that you can mostly make stasis devices just in your freighter now. Next is the new designed Exocraft Summoning room. It has the same function as before, just a new design to fit the new aesthetic, and it, as you can expect, also looks fantastic. Then we have the Exocraft NPC's Terminal room, which is a complete redesign of the existing parts and looks amazing. And of course the Weapons NPC Terminal room, which also looks amazing. The storage room also fits this theme and have been changed. They are far less cluttered now and more fitting to an open space. On top of all of these new rooms, we can also now build short-range teleporters in our freighters. This means that there is no problem in having an absolutely huge spread out freighter base that you can teleport between. I'd also argue short-range teleporters are the best way to go over ladders for climbing floors, as all ramps and stairs have been removed from the build menu. The elevator that was data mined is not present. Whether they add this later via the Quicksilver Merchant or an expedition, or they just decided not to release it, is unknown currently. As far as decoration goes for freighter bases, you have mostly the same very huge potential you have on planets. You can build and free place and put a couch on your open space catwalk. It's all just pretty epic, and I can't wait to see all the amazing bases you guys are going to build with this new stuff. Another thing you have likely noticed throughout this video is that the NPCs now just walk about your freighter, bringing it to life far more than ever before. It's a super nice immersion feature, and according to the patch notes there are even specific NPCs such as your squadron pilots and frigate captains. Also, while living frigates have been added as a permanent thing you can obtain with their own way of levelling etc, I think this needs a little more research before I can cover it, so I'll be getting to work on working how that all works, likely with the help of the Frigate Master Dark Lord Delric. This update is way bigger than it first seemed, so I'm going to leave this video here and work on deciphering the rest of it. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to ensure you get all the updates and info on No Man's Sky Endurance. Have an awesome day, folks.